No excuses tonight for Russell Wilson. None. Zero. Zip. Nada. This is a must-win, must-dominate kind of game for Russ on Thursday Night Football against the pathetic Indianapolis Colts. Now, speaking of pathetic, the numbers and feel for Russell Wilson this year are in the toilet. Russell Wilson has been stunningly atrocious. There is no pomp. There is no sizzle. There is nothing working in the first quarter of the season. How they even have 2 wins, I'll never know. And I don't want to hear, well, Javonte Williams is done for the year. I don't want to hear that Russ doesn't have Javonte or doesn't have Randy Gregory on the Broncos defense. Russell Wilson is supposed to be still in the prime of his career. Russell Wilson should be able to utilize his big-time wide receivers. This Broncos offense is painful. Painful. They're going up against the Colts defense that is not going to have Shaq Leonard. Indy's not going to have Jonathan Taylor tonight, so they can't control the time of possession. And the Colts have been even worse than the Denver Broncos. So forget about let Russ cook. You have to wonder aloud, is Russ cooked? Oh, by the way, Nathaniel Hackett's been even worse at his job than Russell Wilson. Let's be honest about it. Nathaniel Hackett has been atrocious. He has no feel. He has no clue. The play selection's been dreadful. The game management and the clock management has been absolutely worse. So if you love ugly football, tonight is your night. The Broncos should win. Russ should be great. Anything less is unacceptable. My guy Aaron Judge won't reflect on his historic season until after the postseason, but I will. All rise, you freaks. Aaron Judge just put the finishing touches on one of the greatest individual seasons in baseball history. Certainly the best in Yankee history and American League history, and that is special company and rarefied air. What Judge did this year, in a contract year, betting on himself, hitting 62, and don't minimize 62. 60 is one of the most special numbers in sports history. Same with 61. Now, I thought Judge would hit 65, and I said that in August, and I certainly thought that once he hit 60, it shows you the fact that it took him a week to get 62, how difficult this actually is. Aaron Judge, the numbers, unbelievable. And it shows you how tough it is at the end of the day in terms of winning the Triple Crown, because he finished second in the American League in batting average. Aaron Judge, what he was able to accomplish, next level. And he bet on himself, as I mentioned, in a contract year. Now he's going to get a blank check. Aaron Judge is locked in, played out of position in center field, stole all those bases, and you look at Aaron Judge and what a historic season this is. Look, the one thing it's not the single season home run record. And let's just make sure we're clear. Barry Bonds hit 73. You can't have asterisks or ambiguity or any kind of nonsense like that. That's a slippery slope, Pandora's box. I don't want to hear about it. Baseball's had issues all the way back to when African Americans couldn't play when Babe Ruth was playing, okay? So the numbers are the numbers. Judge is an all-timer this year from a Yankee standpoint, an American League standpoint, and by the way, that should be celebrated. Sounds like a plan to me, but I don't even think a fence could contain Josh Allen and his electric Bills offense right now. Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have their hands full Sunday on CBS. I think Josh Allen is going to do whatever he wants for a variety of reasons. Number one, as Mike Tomlin said, Josh Allen is electrifying. Josh Allen, to me, is the MVP of the NFL right now. Josh Allen, the numbers he's putting up, the feel, the domination, it's off the charts. The rapport he has with Stephon Diggs. You factor in the holes on the Pittsburgh defense, no TJ Watt. And then you factor in revenge. And remember last year, season opener, Pittsburgh goes into Buffalo and beats Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills? You think Josh Allen remembers that? I know he does. I talked to him about it in August on my SiriusXM radio show. So there's no chance that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills overlook Pittsburgh. They're favored by 14 points. Week 6, you have the game of the year on CBS with Buffalo and Kansas City. There's no chance this is the quote-unquote trap game. Josh Allen is going to remind the Pittsburgh Steelers just how mesmerizing and dominating he is, and I think Josh Allen is going to absolutely destroy Mike Tomlin and Pittsburgh. I can't believe that the wild card round in baseball comes down to 9 innings tonight. One game, 27 outs. After 162 games, it's insane. You know what I would do? I would go with best 2 out of 3. Simple as that. And I think that to have baseball come down to 9 flukish innings, it's just not right. It's just not fair. I'm going to tell you, the number 1 wild card should host all 3 games. Welcome back. Time to shine. Epic throwback to 2017. I nailed it. You're welcome, Rod Manfred. I told you. The 3-game format for the wild card is perfect with the better seed at home. Oh, by the way, speaking of the wild card, remember when I had all the confidence in the world in the Mets winning the division? Take number 4 comes from Major League Baseball, where the New York Mets are absolutely winning the National League East. I love Buck Showalter going for the jugular. DeGrom was supposed to pitch over the weekend. He's just going to pitch him to win and get a victory in Atlanta on Friday night. DeGrom, Scherzer, they're all going to take care of business. Mets are winning this series. Mets are winning the division. Mets are getting the 2 seed and the bye. Yikes. Why would I ever believe in the Mets? Which leads us brilliantly to a Thursday edition of a Take 5. 5 sizzling takes from Major League Baseball, starting with the Mets. 101-win season, and it's a failure. Let's be honest here. And I don't want to hear, well, would you have signed up for? No. This is a collapse. This is a failure. I want you to stare at the nuggets of futility on the screen. They had all of these games after Timmy played the damn trumpet after that series win at the end of August against the Dodgers. All these games against bad teams. They got swept by the Cubs. They lost to the Marlins, lost to the Pirates, lost to the Nationals. And I thought for sure they would take care of business against the Atlanta Braves. They were up by 10.5. This is a major collapse. This is a catastrophe. And yes, Marte getting hurt is a big deal. One of the best and most important and tough and clutch players. He had a great season for Buck Showalter's team. But when you're up by 10.5 games and you have the gift of the schedule, and it's everything with this great new format for baseball, top 2 seeds in each league get a bye. The calling card for the Mets is the rotation. Now you can't set it up. What a disgrace. Terrible for the Mets and their fans. They have to play this weekend. Second take on a Thursday. Make no mistake, Braves deserve a ton of credits, and they're better than last year's team that won the World Series. You think about the Atlanta Braves, and the good news is they don't have to give the championship back. That was the ultimate fluke. This year, the Atlanta Braves, second half of the season, they were the best team in baseball. The pitching has been incredible. You look at the offense, it's been incredible. Look at the numbers since June 1st. 78 and 34. Dansby Swanson, an absolute beast, tough and clutch. I told you Matt Olson was going to be perfect for this baseball team. Ronald Acuna Jr. is healthy this year as opposed to last year. Hey, we're killing the Mets, and they deserve it. We're going to give the Atlanta Braves all the credits in the world. Take number 3. Dodgers are the clear World Series favorites. The LA Dodgers have phenomenal starting pitching. Everyone likes to say, I don't know about the Dodgers, no Walker Buehler. Did I miss the entire season? First of all, this was a season for the ages, 111 wins, a plus 334 run differential, which was the fourth best of all time. Look at the starting pitching. I mean, Urias, Kershaw, Anderson, these guys are unbelievable. They have the best starting pitching in the majors. You want to tell me, all right, the DeGrom Scherzer short series, we could have a discussion about it, but my goodness, they will have great starting pitching to go with a juggernaut lineup. This team is absolutely winning the World Series. The Dodgers deserve to be considered the favorites. I think they will take care of the Mets-Padres winner in the second round, in the divisional round. And I think you got a lot of clueless hot take artists trying to spin it. Oh, the Astros in the World Series, or the Mets, or the Braves in the National League. The LA Dodgers just had a dominant top-to-bottom season. They are not only the best team in baseball, this version of the Dodgers, one of the best single seasons in baseball history. Fourth take on a Thursday, my official wild card picks, and I am so fired up for the best 2 out of 3. And here's the beauty of these picks. I could get every single one wrong, and that's great for baseball. I think the Mets will take care of business. I love Buck Showalter going with Scherzer game 1. If the Mets win game 1, I would hold DeGrom for either game 3 or game 1 of the NLDS. I think the Phillies can beat the Cardinals. I love Bryce Harper, love Schwarber. I like Wheeler and Nola to take care of business. Guardians are on fire, and I'll tell you right now, as much as I like the Mariners, their story, drought's over. And obviously, they have Luis Castillo and top-end pitching. I really think the Toronto Blue Jays have a great opportunity to not only beat Seattle, I think the Blue Jays can make a World Series run. And a final baseball take on a Thursday. Another waste of a season for the Angels. I mean, this is honestly sad, pathetic, embarrassing. Mike Trout missed 40 games and hit 40 home runs. And nobody knows, and nobody cares. You have the GOAT, a Mount Rushmore baseball player of all time in Mike Trout, with the unicorn, and you finished under 500 for the 7th straight year. Look at these numbers for Shohei Ohtani. He had a 2.33 ERA, 219 strikeouts as a pitcher, and he hit 34 bombs and 95 RBI. And these frauds couldn't find a way to make the playoffs. We should be talking about Ohtani and Trout in the playoffs right about now. I can't wait for Artie Moreno to sell the team. Ohtani's the face of baseball. Trout's the best player. Nobody knows. Nobody cares because the Angels are offensive to the census. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.